Steve, what do you feel like went wrong in the second half after the competitive first half?
Well, I mean, they got every offensive rebound. That was the story of the game, and 24 offensive boards, and then we turn it over 20 times. There's no way you can win a game losing the possession battle like that. I mean, they got 15 more field goal attempts than us, and 19 more free throws. So just the lack of physicality. I was disappointed with the overall effort. That was it was not a game that we can repeat for sure. We've got to bring the juice, bring the energy, and bring the collective competitive spirit necessary to win a game.
We talked before the game about the trade talk. Do you think that atmosphere might have led to this performance?
Maybe. I don't know. I do think that, the NBA season is, it's 82 games, and you can almost feel the ebbs and flows. When you coach a team, when you're part of a group, you can almost predict when things are going to go well and when they're going to go poorly. Just overall health, mood, vibe. And so this was not a good vibe for us tonight. And doesn't matter, what the trade chatter is. I mean, it's everyone's job to come and bring the energy, bring the fight. It was the whole point of tonight. They're on a back-to-back. We haven't played in 3 days. We're going to come out and bring the juice. We're going to take the fight to them. And first 5 minutes, we had, guys turning it over, not running back, sulking. It's like, no. It's about competing. It's competing for 48, for 82 games. You have to establish that. And that's the most disappointing thing about tonight's game for me is I didn't feel that like I needed to feel it, like we need to feel it as a group.
Steve, to go off that, how do you change that going into Thursday's game? How do you make sure there's not a repeat of this kind of effort on Thursday?
That's their job, so that's what they have to do.
Steve, you mentioned over here, you mentioned effort, as in you didn't think they were putting out enough effort, and also was focus, you think, an issue?
Well, a lot of turnovers, a lot of just weird turnovers, didn't feel like most of them were forced, So it's one of those games where nothing went right, but when you're missing your best scorers, that's kind of what I'm talking about. You have to make up for that with a collective competitiveness, and you can't sulk. You can't feel sorry for yourself. I just thought I don't think it was like the effort, like they weren't trying. I think it was just I didn't sense a competitive spirit, and that has to change.
First half, you guys hung in there, though. And
Yeah.
in the second half, it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we came back. I didn't like the start of the game, and then we hung in there. We fought. It was a 3-point game at the half, I think. And we just couldn't score to start the second. I have to reevaluate the lineup. Obviously, that group to start the game and the second half couldn't score. So we won't start the same way next game. We've got to make some changes there. And there's a lot to assess. With Steph out, Jimmy out. We're going to have to sort through some of these combinations and rotations.
Pat Spencer's right at that 50-game limit. Have you guys? What have the conversations sort of been around that?
Well, he's aware. His agent's aware. We're aware. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes with the trade deadline and see what happens. But if there's no trade, then obviously he's out of games.